Welcome to the Librarian's Midnight Library. I'm your librarian, and the world has finally gone quiet enough for a story. Today, we step into the warm golden glow of the Hearthside archive to uncover a tale of comfort. Take a deep breath, leave the world behind, and let's begin. At the end of a cobblestone lane, where the street lamps glowed like captured fireflies, sat the Thimble and Kettle. It was a small, crooked building that leaned against its neighbors, as if it were tired, but its windows always beamed with light that felt like a hug. The owner, Mr. Pringle, was a man of soft wool sweaters and silver spectacles that sat perpetually at the tip of his nose. He didn't just sell tea, he was a curator of the forgotten. Behind the counter, lining every shelf from floor to ceiling, were hundreds of glass jars. They didn't contain tea leaves, but buttons. Mr. Pringle knew that buttons were the silent anchors of our lives. They are there for the big breaths we take before our first date, and they hold our coats shut against the bitter winds of a winter funeral. They soak up the atmosphere of our best and worst days. When a button falls off, it isn't just a loss of plastic or wood, it is a fragment of a story left behind on a sidewalk or tucked into the crease of a sofa. Whenever a traveler entered his shop feeling a strange hollow ache in their chest, the kind of homesickness that has no name, Mr. Pringle wouldn't ask for an order. He would simply invite them to sit at the worn oak counter and bring out his great glass jars. He would select a button, perhaps a simple withered wooden toggle, and drop it into a porcelain teapot of steaming Earl Grey. As the steam rose, it wouldn't just carry the scent of bergamot and honey, the vapor would shimmer and shift, weaving itself into a living tapestry. A customer might see a flicker of a summer picnic under a weeping willow from 30 years ago. They might hear the distant muffled sound of a grandfather's laughter, or feel the ghostly sensation of a dog's fur beneath their fingers. One snowy Tuesday, a young woman named Clara entered. She carried a tattered piece of blue thread in her palm, the place where a button had once been on her grandmother's favorite coat, lost decades ago. Mr. Pringle searched through the archives of 1974. He climbed his rolling ladder, his fingers dancing over jars labeled Rainy Tuesdays and First Snowfalls. Finally, at the very back of a shelf, he found it, a small chipped pearl button. When he dropped it into the kettle, the shop didn't just change visually, it transformed. The air suddenly smelled of old pine needles and fresh baked cinnamon bread. The sound of a forgotten lullaby hummed in the steam. For a few minutes, Clara wasn't in a shop in the city. She was a child again, safe in a kitchen that had long since vanished, feeling a love that had never truly left her. In the thimble and kettle, time didn't move forward in a straight line, it shimmered and swirled. Mr. Pringle understood that we are all held together by these small invisible threads, and sometimes all it takes to feel whole again is finding the one piece we thought we would lost. We keep a small jar of those buttons here in the archive, right next to the fireplace. Sometimes, when the wood pops and the shadows dance, you can hear them clicking together. A thousand tiny lives waiting for someone to put the kettle on. The tea has grown cold and the hearth has settled into embers. Thank you for joining me in the Hearthside Archive here at the Librarian's Midnight Library. If there is a small memory in your life that tastes like home, hold on to it tightly. It might just be the thread that keeps you whole. Subscribe to keep your place by our fire. Until the next midnight, stay warm and sleep well.